There's a presidential press conference, and a reporter asks President Bush about these reports from Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, and the International Committee of the Red Cross saying that the CIA was torturing its prisoners. And the president looks right in the camera and he says, "We do not torture." And I said to my wife, who was a senior CIA officer, he is a bald-faced liar. He's looking the American people in the eye and he's lying. Now, in retrospect, he may not have known, but he said, we do not torture. 2 days later, he's walking out of the south portico of the White House to go to the...
Is this it, by the way?
Go to
Is
the
this when he says we don't torture people?
Yes.
Played rap?
Something else. There's been a lot of talk in the newspapers and on TV about a program that I put in motion to detain and question terrorists and extremists. I have put this program in place for a reason, and that is to better protect the American people. And when we find somebody who may have information regarding a potential attack on America, you bet we're going to detain them. And you bet we're going to question them. Because the American people expect us to find out information, actionable intelligence, so we can help them, help protect them. That's our job.
But it doesn't say...
Secondly, this government does not torture people.
Got it.
You know, we stick to U.S. law and our
and then
international
go to the other
obligation.
clip, Bob, I just sent you. Is this your interview with Brian? This is
Yes,
you?
that's the Brian Ross interview.
So press play just to see the first 30 seconds.
You were involved in the capture of Abu Zubaydah?
I was.
Tell me about that, how it happened.
It was quite a long process. We had information that Abu Zubaydah was somewhere in Pakistan,
At
in
what
either
point of this
Faisalabad
interview
or
do you say
Lahore.
that we do waterboard? How far along?
It was pretty well into the interview, and I made a very serious mistake in that interview. When Mitchell and Jessen were out in, this requires a little bit of background. When they were out at the secret site, okay, so there's this CIA team and an FBI team. The FBI interrogation team is headed by an FBI agent named Ali Soufan. Ali and I worked together in Pakistan, and he was what every FBI agent should be, right? This guy was a professional from the word go. And he established this relationship with Abu Zubaydah so that Abu Zubaydah was giving him actionable intelligence, like real intelligence that saved American lives. On August the 2nd, 2002, for reasons that have never been clear, George Tenet asked President Bush to move primacy of the Abu Zubaydah operation or Abu Zubaydah interrogation from the FBI to the CIA. And that day, August 2nd, the CIA began torturing Abu Zubaydah. He immediately went silent. Okay. Now, the mistake I made in the Brian Ross interview is I said Abu Zubaydah had been waterboarded once. I said it was torture and it was wrong and it was illegal, but I said that it worked because he had been waterboarded once and he gave us actual intelligence. That was not true. Now, the reason I said that was because Mitchell and Jessen reported that he had been waterboarded once. Now, how did they get away with that? The CIA and the FBI historically had hated each other so much that even their computer systems were incompatible with one another. And so Ali Soufan every day is interrogating Abu Zubaydah, and then he's writing up these cables saying, he said this and he said that, and he said the other thing and this thing. And, we need to talk to this country and talk to that country. That information was never making its way back to the CIA because the systems were incompatible. Mitchell and Jessen take over. They waterboard Abu Zubaydah. He clams up, stops talking entirely. They waterboard him 83 times, and he still says nothing. So they go into the FBI's system. They pull out Ali Soufan's cables. They retype the cables in the CIA system, and they say, we waterboarded him once, and oh my God, look what he told us. And I said to my boss, the deputy director, I said, maybe I'm wrong about this, right? I still think it's a crime, but maybe it actually works. Well, it wasn't until 2005 that the CIA Inspector General found in an investigation that this had happened, that they had faked the intelligence, essentially. And it wasn't until 2009 that it was finally declassified.
And in 2005 was when they destroyed all the evidence, right?
Exactly. So the White House counsel, Harriet Miers, told Jose Rodriguez, who was the deputy director for operations, and Gina Haspel, who was the head of counterterrorism at the time and later became the CIA director, don't destroy the videotapes of the torture sessions. As soon as they got back to the building, they put them all in an industrial grinder and they destroyed everything.
How do you feel about Gina?
You know, I wrote an op-ed in the Washington Post when her appointment as director was announced. And I said, in the halls at the CIA, we used to call her Bloody Gina Haspel because she went out to the secret site to observe the torture just for the kick of
Get outta here.
watching the torture.
Get out of here.
She was 1,000% pro-torture. And the other thing is, you know, we talk a lot nowadays about the deep state. She was the definition of the deep state.
Wow.
She was 30 plus years at the CIA. Like, wouldn't you want an outsider to be the adult in the room? Hi, everybody. I'm John Kiriakou, former CIA officer. Please find me on Minect. We have a lot to talk about. CIA, FBI, DOD, torture, secret prisons, international renditions. Maybe you or your child want to apply for a job at the CIA and are looking for some tips. Let me know. There's a lot we can talk about. You pick the subject, we'll make it happen. Again, it's on Minect. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.